Hi guys, what is going on, and welcome to Total War 3 Kingdoms. So, we are going to be starting our Let's Play today, and we are going to be starting the Yellow Turban Rebellion, and we're going to be playing as the He. So let's basically hop to it. If we go to our new campaign, and we're going to be fighting as the Yellow Turbans, the leader of the people, the He. Now, the pronunciations in this episode and future ones are going to be horrific, because my Chinese history is not all that great. So yeah, we're going to see how we get on with this. It actually looked quite a hard starting position, if I'm honest. I think this could be really quite difficult. So yeah, they're going to be kind of different. They do get a few kind of little unique features. Minus 15 upkeep for units. Oh, that's the leader. Kind of interesting. Obviously, we're going to be playing in romance mode. I feel that's kind of how this game's really supposed to be played anyway. So China must be purified. Let's get started.
Embers rise, stark against the night.
We might as well watch the video.
The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns. Chaos ignites as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. As the old ways, the corrupt ways die. A new flag is raised. He knows it is time.
He.
The people must dawn like the spring.
Okay.
China is
Well, not the He, with the He.
The great empire of the Han.
Going to be difficult.
Ages beyond counting.
So, what are our first goals going to be? So, bearing in mind, I don't know, I'm not a particularly great Total War player, and we're starting in a hard region with the hard people, and this game isn't that easy, even on easy. So I think we're just going to try and consolidate our holdings. I think we're going to start off at war with an awful lot of people, and that's kind of what I want to try and get away with. I want to try and start making some pieces, not necessarily alliances, but at least non-aggression pacts with a few of my neighbours, so we can start to sort of consolidate our position, deal with what's around us, and grow a little bit to more of a small regional power rather than someone who just owns like a one city.
The chaos only
so we'll just wait for this to load in, and
with
then
the corruption
we shall see how
at the very
we get on.
heart of the empire. The loyal generals
I've forgotten what it was, not
stormed the
He, it
imperial
was
palace and killed the 10 eunuchs.
Forgotten already?
The source of China's ills.
Oh my god.
In the madness,
I should have written that. I should have looked that up before we started. I'm really surprised how long this loading bar is taking. I would have edited this out otherwise.
His side, none dared
But now
oppose him.
you're stuck with it.
In response to
Maybe I'll
Dong
put something that
Zhuo's
says you can skip
brazen
this part of the
display.
video in the comments. Oh, there we go.
Treason, some call it.
Okay. So I don't need a absolute ton of advice. Thank you. If the advisor is going to pop up every 5 seconds. Yes, establish your power. Defeat an enemy force, so that's the starting mission for everyone, I think. Research a reform. Okay. So, anyone remember what his name was?
This is one of your armies.
So we can basically. Oh goodness. Can we turn?
And defend your own territories.
Stupid amounts of advice off. Okay, let's just go straight for this opening battle. This is obviously what you're supposed to be doing. Let's dive straight into it and see how we get on. Given it's a starting battle, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably going to be relatively easy. Fingers crossed.
The people cry out for freedom, for justice. Do you hear them? Their shouts can be heard from every corner of China, and they will not be ignored. I dream of a country without the oppression of uncaring noblemen. I fight for this noble cause, and I will never relent.
Well, it sounds very driven. I always find these little bits a bit naff, particularly when you have multiple heroes on each side and you keep getting all these little speeches they have towards each other. I find it quite funny. Anyway, we'll soon be loaded in, and hopefully we should just be able to defeat these guys really easily. Don't want to take too many losses if we can, because we've only got these 2 armies, I think, with old He and another bloke in the city, and that's all we've got. So, yeah, not many units, so we can't really afford many losses. Don't wait for this to load in. Like now. Should have thought of some more filler stuff for this. And we're not to spend so long waiting on all the loading bars. My first time booting it on this computer, so that's probably why. Not really helped my cause. But we're nearly in. Very soon. Hey, there we go. Right, so what have we got? Bit of lag. We've got some archers. Some yellow turban archers. Oh, they're like specific to the rebellion. Everyone's in yellow. That's kind of cool. It's just so graphically amazing, this game, isn't it? Different faces. And we have got some People's Warband. Cool. Some light sword infantry. And what have we got here? Yosha. Some heavy sword infantry. Okay, these guys look fairly well equipped. Okay, cool. Well, let's just put you two guys up here. It's just going to be a... I don't know if they're going to attack us or not. In guard mode, you don't need to run away.
Take heed, warriors.
And then, yeah, let's see what we can do. You may be able to accept a duel, which will be the easiest way to kill the enemy hero. What have they got? 2 light units of regime militia. You know, very bright red. It's really... The graphics on this game are just so intense and so cool. Okay, so he's coming right forward. Let's go and duel him if we can. Yeah.
A duel is single combat between two generals.
I trust in old He.
Troops will honor the duel and not interfere unless ordered.
Lance down, he's charging in. Hey, got the first hit. Good job. Good job, man. Die. Good. Okay, well, we'll let them do their thing. Hopefully we don't lose. Going to come into range of the archers very shortly. Volley! There we go. I'm going to let them do their own thing on their own. They'll spread their shots nicely. Oops. Slightly hitting into the duel fights. Looks like we're winning this duel already. That's exactly what we want to be doing. And we're getting some kills with the archers. These guys have not got any shields at all, and not really a great deal in the way of armour, so they should take a few casualties on the way in, hopefully. And when they get really close, we'll counter-charge them with... Oh, these people on the left are taking a right hammering. There's charge. Charge! People's Warband! And my Yorkshire. Beginning to work. We're easily winning this duel over here. Obviously, easy victory. It's supposed to be. It's one of the starting battles. Not supposed to be so good to go with.
Do not doubt my convictions!
These guys are going, oh, blimey, he got hit back a long way. He survived! No, he didn't. They should rout soon, I would have thought. How's the People Warband doing? Taking some casualties. Yorkshire, obviously a really much better unit. But they're cutting down these Jew militia. Cool. When their general dies, that'll certainly be enough to rout them. Oh, they're routed. Oh, they're both routed. Oh, I'll keep chasing them then. Oh, actually. You form up. We'll set the archers on them. Should, do them a good amount of damage. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, certainly causing them a few casualties there as they're dropping dead as they run away. Should shatter them soon, hopefully. You don't get very much ammo with archers. Obviously, I have no other use for the ammunition now, so I'll make use of it. Because these have recovered, look. Just wait to see if these guys are going to shatter first. Close enough. Let's turn our archer attention back to these guys because they've recovered.
Keep up! I know you can do it!
Amazing that you can both talk and battle.
I don't think they're like that. They're wavering again already. Maybe they're regretting coming back to the fight. Let them know they've ran. Come on, He. Finish him off. Dao Ji. Ching. Oh, good flying foot kick to the face there. They do look quite cool, these duels. I don't know how many different animations there are, but they certainly look the part, don't they? Ooh. Ooh. So that's that. And we're just waiting. This poor guy's still being shot at. There we go. He's verged victorious. Has he died, or is he just routing? Oh, he's just routing.
The enemy general
Oh, and he got hit by an arrow as he tried to run.
I honestly expected more.
That's quite funny. And then got hit by a stray arrow as he tried to run away. Oh well, that's nice. None survived. Plenty of kills there. That was pretty easy. Not too many casualties. That's exactly what we wanted. That was do the first of those missions. Ooh, harsh.
Heaven
Victory
blesses
is
our
yours.
mandate.
And the fate of those you have captured in battle
Oh, I only
must
lost
be decided.
420 people, so I'm probably just
You
going
may
to go for
bolster
the
your
income.
ranks with the remaining enemy soldiers, or
So we gained some experience, and we got an heirloom spear. Maintain yellow turban spearman captain, and capture and occupy any settlement. So what's our situation? So we currently own 2 places by the looks of it, and everyone is at war with us. Woo! Okay, this could be interesting. So what do we own in this region? Okay, so we own the whole region
consists
of
of a
Iran.
capital and its surrounding.
Which is going to make things interesting. Really, I'd have thought the Han is our natural target. Although we are at war with people around the Kongsho. Could go for Yen over here in the north. But that's the natural home of Tatar. Yes, he's over there. So he's really going to be going for Yen. I don't know if that's really a good idea. Let's do a little bit on the way of unit upgrades. Are we going to upgrade our settlements only a level 2 town? Or are we going to upgrade our iron mine? Got to improve its garrison a little bit. Let's go for that first. I don't know where to go for first. That's not Han territory. Lu Yang down to the south be a natural target. But then farmland here would probably be a fairly natural target. And most of it's owned by the Han. And are these has the Kongsho only got that piece of territory? Because if that's the only thing they own and we could just knock them out, that's the faction capital as a farmland. They're probably quite a good natural target actually, because that would remove one of the enemies. The Han, for all their problems, don't really, I don't think, are a crumbling empire, so I don't think they're really going to be attacking. If we can take these guys out, then that's going to be one sort of army out of the way. So, I think that is going to be what we're going to go for. So let's move down here with him. And then we'll move...
No matter how devoted
man.
your soldiers
Okay.
are,
and we'll merge up.
rest is needed between marches. Try to manage your army's
So
movements
then it'll probably
so
two more
they can
turns, I
rest in
suspect.
safe locations.
Patience will
Yeah, to get us
renew our
over to
vigor.
Yangsho to attack the farmland over there. So income-wise, not particularly great. We could probably support another unit, but if we do, we're then going to be completely broke. Let's try and avoid doing that for now, but then we'll probably have to recruit another unit out of He. The old iron mine at the top of Iran is pretty exposed, isn't it? There's nowhere near getting any support there if it gets attacked. It'd be a difficult one.
True ambition.
So this is our
not to
reforms
match
anyway.
the great
Go away, Vice. Let's see what, if anything, show us. Enlightenment, character experience, box units, population growth, production costs. Oh, 10%. 10% campaign movement range seems pretty useful. That would be very useful, to be honest. So let's go for that as our top research, and let's go to the next turn. Well, we didn't get defeated on turn 1.
Your
It's a good
faction
start.
not only consists of settlements and armies, but your policy.
This advice is getting annoying. Huangzhou demanded guarantee of autonomy. Okay, don't really care. Obviously, we're still upgrading our iron mine. We've got another 3 turns on that. Starting to get a little bit of money in, which is good. I'm just noticing how low our
Your
military
armies
supplies are.
composed of generals and their retinues. A retinue is made
I
up
might
of
just
up
move
to
over
6
here.
units, and once a general is recruited, these
And then
loyal
wait.
followers
See, next turn I can
will
probably in
follow them
one
into battle
turn make
in
it to
service
Yangshu.
of your
I have got an
cause.
army there as well. Mostly archers though. Strategies, so no good generals there.
Autumn is a time for contemplation.
Check that your army is well
Oh, can you
stocked.
shut up? So yeah, we've got to be a bit careful about that. Over here, are we going to raise a new army? If we were to raise a new army, what's our options? Rodah, with 2 units of yellow turban lighting. Upkeep per turn 210. That's not too bad, is it? Satisfaction isn't great. Initial recruitment costs 1,000. 210 isn't so bad. You're obviously not paying upkeep on the actual character. Would you go for that? Probably wise to, isn't it? It would be worse to be caught short.
A newly recruited unit will report for duty in.
I'll kill that one in a minute.
Prepare my chamber.
So let's let them just to build up. Take them a while to build up. How much have we recruited? Like, oops, a few more units with it. That upkeep. Oh, only 34 per turn for like archers and stuff, isn't it? It's when you get into the more expensive units, the cost goes up significantly. Let's. I mean, need more than just archers in an army, but they are cheap. It's more of a garrison army for us, isn't it? Let's do that for now. Gives us a little bit something. I might move this He army from here up to the iron mine because I'm worried that it's kind of exposed at the top. That's kind of my thinking. And just as a sort of side point, if you haven't realised already, we're going to be going fairly steady in this campaign because I don't really want to lose. It's my main worry. So, okay. Oh, it's winter.
There are many intricacies to ruling, and a wise leader seeks counsel rather than allow pride to lead them into ignorance. If any aspect of your kingdom eludes you, you have only to ask for clarification.
Should we risk it?
For the cause! Strike them!
Okay, so about evenly matched. They've got a lot more people. But they will starve, whereas we can probably hang on a few turns at least. A lot of archers. Worrying, scary amount of archers. Why didn't I not bring more cavalry? Any cavalry at all? Should have definitely brought some cavalry, shouldn't we? Okay, let's starve them out. That could be a really tough fight, actually. We could end up losing that. Yeah, we'll last a turn or two, at least, in the enemy territory. So if they don't sally out and attack us, which I think they probably are going to, then I think we'll stand up. We'll survive a couple of turns, and they'll start to take losses anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So our guy here is building up. Let him build up another turn, and then we'll start his trip up to the iron mine to the north. There's nothing really else for us to do there. On to the next turn. We get our first reform soon, and that will give us some money as well.
A battle is upon you.
Okay.
Consider the size and types of units in each army, as well as who the attacker and
slightly regretting doing this one already.
Any obstacle can be
please don't lose.
by our
Right, come on, Evo. Let's pull yourself together and let's get this done. If we can capture the settlement, that'll be really nice because that'll give us a bit more farmland, a bit more income, and it'll knock out this Kongzhou or whoever they are.
Our ambitions are realized. Let us go.
Okay. So what have we got? These Yorkshire can deploy anywhere, which is kind of interesting. They're like a guerrilla unit, but they're also super slow. But look at that 100 morale. Cool. But there's no real benefit to deploying them on their own. Such a mixture of units. Who are the militia of virtue? They've all got sticks. Oh, the real okay. Okay. Could be interesting. So we'll array these guys out here, fairly thin line. I've only got 2 ships. I'm gonna have to be really heavy on my generals here, I think.
Stand ready.
It may be. Are they going to reinforce? They probably are, aren't they? So I'm probably going to go hard. Let's get ourselves moving over this way.
Enemy reinforcements are on the field.
See if we can fight them before the reinforcements turn up. I find so far in this game that the reinforcements come in really quite close, so odds are we probably can't. You know, if we got the opportunity to attack them really early, then I would take it. Yeah.
Take heed, warriors.
Let's have a look. Oh, he has a ranged attack. That must be my other guy. Hail of arrows. Cool. No spotted on any enemies yet, but we're kind of below a ridge, so we can't really see anything. If we find anyone, obviously, this guy, seems to be pretty good in the duels. He won that other duel fairly easily. So I'd probably throw him into a duel fight if he wanted to. I forgot to give him his weighted spear, though, didn't I? It's a shame. His heirloom spear that we won for our mission. So here's all the enemies. Looks like they're grouping up already, yeah. Some of the units are pretty depleted already, actually. Goodness, there's a lot of them in there. They're both strategists, so they're not going to fight duel-wise anyway. These Yorkshire are super slow. We'll get everyone up into position anyway. Bring everyone back a smith. So we form up quicker. A lot of archers. We're going to have to go hyper-aggressive, aren't we? Our two heroes are going to be super critical because they're the only cavalry units I've got. I should really have recruited a unit of light cavalry or something. That would have given me a huge advantage because of the amount of archers they've got. As soon as we start to come into archer range, we're just then going to go basically ham on the infantry and just go straight forwards hard. Oh, I forgot about the Yorkshire. And yeah, basically try and just pin down the enemy frontline units, and then we'll use our two heroes to try and get onto the flanks of everything. And we're pretty much almost there. A little bit of a funny angle here. I don't know quite. Someone's manoeuvring, not going quite right here, is there? Yeah, a lot of archers. We'll be able to overwhelm their infantry. I'm not worried about that. Oh, come on, let's just go for it. Turn off that. Stand on your fire. Will do this. See how badly it can go. So our line advances. The yellow turbans advance. All the yellow turban warriors. They look cool, don't they? Our archers have opened up, but their guys are going to soon open up as well. The leader of the He's riding through a rock. How many archers have they got? I just can't believe they've got so many.
You look like you're enjoying this.
I do it all for the cause.
Okay, I'm surprised the archers haven't opened fire yet.
To attention. Unleash fury.
I'm going to try and give this one unit a bit more freedom on the flank. Let me. Canoe. Pin me down. These Yorkshire are so slow. That's not going to be a lot of use to us. Okay, well our two generals are in amongst the archers that I wanted to try and do anyway. These Yorkshire are so slow. God's sake. Are we doing much damage? No, not really. They're not. The enemy archers aren't very happy about the whole event, though, by the looks of things. I don't know what our archers are doing. Not shooting is what they're doing. Let's get them to start opening fire on some of these enemy units. So across the frontage, you know, this is fine. I would be confident we're going to win this. Things like the G militia will wrap pretty quickly, I should have thought, particularly now on the flank as well. Yorkshire aren't having an awful lot of fun of it. I'm not sure our generals are really getting much in the way of kills. I guess sooner or later the enemy will run out of ammunition. Looks like, oh no, they're slowly cutting them down. Old He-Man is getting a few kills here and there, and our guys are slowly trying to batter down some of the enemy units of archers. What can he do other than chase them? Okay, some of the first those G militia are shattered. But we knew that was going to happen.
I will crush you for this insult.
Other than that, they're routing. They're slowly going, just very slowly. Our poor Yoshi. They're getting really absolutely butchered. We're getting some He-Man who's over here is getting a few kills with his big mace. Oh, he's got a pair of maracas. He's a musical general. Okay, those enemy archers are routing
Come
there.
on! Surely you could do better.
Some of the enemy archers are routing.
We're
We're about to run out of ammunition though. Go!
Make ready.
Charging in. Maracas for the win. The archers don't like it. Oh, and he missed. Oh dear. Are these guys routing it? Can I go for you a buff?
What cowards!
We'll get the splash damage ability. Oh, yeah, do that. Do that. Okay. Well, they're going down anyway. These guys are routing. Coming on the flanks. Our archers are both out of ammunition now, which is fine. Just chase the other unit of enemy archers. Our poor Yoshi are pretty much completely annihilated. But they did their job. They took the damage. We're going to get the wins on here.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
I would feel like we are going to win this now. There's still actually more enemies than there are our own troops, but they're really starting to rout now. So and the enemy archers are running out of ammunition. Nothing particularly shocking coming up on the battlefield anywhere else. Some of the enemy heroes took a lot of damage, which is kind of surprising.
Steel yourselves! Blades!
Put your attention on there, please.
Swords at the ready! Swordsmen! Attend!
Apart from you,
Look,
attack
the
someone else.
enemy run! Craven!
Charge! He does have a spear, so he does make some nice charges. Occasionally when he hits anyone. Oh, hit someone. Oh, what the enemy?
Ready!
Let's try and kill Kong Shao. Oh, that's the actual leader, is it? Oh, try and kill him. That'd be handy.
Yosha, attend!
Okay, so everyone else is in flight, in effect.
Double time! Fight!
Yeah, you're just chasing down some rapid enemy archers. Get you guys to chase them. Cool. Just a mop-up operation then, really. The enemy strategist is not so keen on fighting, hand to hand.
Ready!
Kind of just aimlessly charging around now.
At the ready!
Trying to attack some of these saber infantry.
Please! What cowards!
I'm just trying to get to mopping up a little bit neater. May catch up with some of these archers by the looks of it with our militia of virtue. And there we go, there's the victory. We'll just leave it to mop up a few little people if we can. Let's go for a bit of a fast forward. In case we get a few more kills as we chase them around the battlefield. Like that. These maracas of virtue. And we'll claim victory. Nice. Well, that's what we wanted. That went the way I had dreamed. They've not got a lot left. We've ended up with more units left, and then they didn't get too many kills on us. Our archers did very well. Look at that. 150 and 166 kills. Good job. As did our militia of virtue, to be honest. They seem to do very well.
Let the people rejoice in our victory!
Cool. And we've got some money. Well, I'm going to go for the replenishment this time because we
For
took,
China!
you know, a notable amount of casualties there. And we've still got to actually assault Guangzhou.
For the cause!
I may just, yeah, now it's a
Strike
much
them!
better balance of power.
Looks like it
I'll
will
just
fall
delegate.
in your favor.
This is
The
proof
enemy's
of our
defenses
Nice.
have
righteousness!
fallen,
And we've got a good amount of
and
money for
now
it as well.
those that cower inside await judgment.
So, this is one thing
You
we
may
get something that's
occupy or
different
sack
to
the
with the others. We get this occupy and aid wounded. So it gives population growth and more military supplies, which I think is kind of the difference, you know, because you get the occupy and aid wounded, because we're supposed to be liberating China, because we're the yellow, you know, we're the People's Rebellion.
I shall bring piety to this
Okay. So, capture and occupy enemy settlement, plus 2,000. Nice. And faction destroyed.
Buildings here are still
Construct
damaged
or
from the
upgrade
recent
a
siege.
building. Nice. Well, that's certainly a strong start. I'm pretty pleased with that. And it only took half an hour to get to this point. So, our army here is damaged. Some of them are convalescing to repair. Not surprised the archers did. They took an absolute hammering. 0 out of 60 units. So they've got to repair. These guys have all got to heal up kind of a bit. Presumably this is damage, which it is, so we need to
improve
repair
various
that.
aspects of your
Old
I am at
Yoda
one again.
is now fully healed, so let's send him off up north.
Ready yourselves.
The garrison man. Gonna go and help garrison the old ruin iron mines. And then after this, we'll probably need to start thinking about upgrading the actual town as well, because it's completely unwalled at the moment,
Quiet
like a
ambition
little
of a
undefended
forest
settlement.
outstrips
Where we're going to go next, I don't know. Because diplomatically, is this all the Han? It is. Which is nice, because I feel like the Han's not going to be such a threat to us. That's Tao over down there. Did he take... Oh yeah, the livestock farm at Yin. Then we've got the Huangshu here. He seems a bit of a larger Taimei. Rubiao. Gonna be a tough one. Gonna be a tough one. Anyway, next turn. I think that'll finish our reform 6th turn as well.
The type of terrain your army crosses
Mission
will affect
success.
the speed of their movements.
Research and reform, yeah. Ancillary book gained. The Book of the People for Hihi. Cool. Oh, I need to sort out our ancillaries. Which faction rank balanced? Okay. I think this is where we're different. Every faction seems to have its specific thing like Tata has. I think it's like his diplomatic abilities. Whereas obviously we're devoted. Get to balance. It's like getting to different levels of empire, isn't it? Healed, empowered, ascended, and lighter. Yellow sky mandate. Cool. So we've got to work up to that. And we constructed and upgraded the building. Oh, we've got loads of money. Cool. Well, it's looking pretty good. And we've finished our upgrade at the iron mine.
The number of buildings you can construct in a settlement.
Nice. So, what are we going to do next? So, constructed, we have a blacksmith. It kind of ties in pretty nicely. We can't... I need to be a level 4 before we can do that. So, we either upgrade the iron mine or our city. Upgrading the iron mine, it doesn't make a massive difference to our... Doesn't make a massive difference to the garrison, to be honest. It's a bit of a disappointing garrison, whatever you go for, isn't it? Or perhaps go for the town first. Do these get better garrisons as we go along? Massively so. Okay, let's upgrade our town. 4 turns, 2,000. Fine. So over here we should have healed, repaired up Yangsho, which we did. A level 2 grain farm. Well, we'll certainly do that for the food capacity increase. There's a little bit more garrison as well. That's nice. It only takes 1 turn. Pretty cool. Still healing up here and gaining up our military supplies back again as well because it's pretty low. Yeah, we're just going to take a few turns to heal there, I think. And you go back into normal stance.
Your armies take different stances for different purposes.
I know. Okay, so we're up there in Yushang. Where are we going to go for next is our actual real target. Are we going to start to try and seize some of the territory of the Han? See, we could go for something like Yangsho, the actual capital of the region. Are these all owned by Han? Oh, I actually own one. Oh, so it makes sense for me to try and take these 3 here, because that will complete my region. I'm not at war with Yang, I don't think. No. Okay, and that would put us down to the borders of the Yellow River, so it'd be a natural boundary anyway. Okay, well that's our future target then. Probably this livestock farm here next. Generally, I seem to find it better to take food producing territory first before we go for the main city. Okay, that's cool. Still has low supply. We know. Nothing else to upgrade there. Oh, we've got to pick our next reform. So we've got our reform, which gave us a bit of increased movement speed. So 10% construction cost of peasants' housing and labour housing. We've not really got any of that, so that's not very useful. Plus 3 population growth. Well, that's kind of handy, isn't it? I think we'll go for that. It's supposed to be, this whole faction is supposed to be about population growth, so it kind of makes sense. Right, let's go to characters and adjust some equipment here.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over...
So, we're going to upgrade his spear, won't we? Oh, we have a couple of cool things. G of the Imperial Guard. He's supposed to be using this heirloom spear anyway, so that's what I'm going to give him. I think he's got his pretty good his armor. Brown horse. He can have +2 public order faction wide. Oh, that's definitely handy, isn't it? Having a monk. Well, we'll equip a monk. And we've got the 2 options here. Oh, that's the other guy who's got that composite bow. E-man. Feather fan. 6 secret teachings. Or the Book of the People. Ambush, satisfaction, cunning. 10 cunning, 10 authority, satisfaction, population growth, and loads of courage. Well, that's certainly the equipment that he's supposed to have, isn't it? And his authority determines the satisfaction of the rest of the characters nationwide. He currently gets +3. I don't know if this will make enough of a difference. +5. So that's actually really made quite a big difference. It's given +2 satisfaction to all the other characters in our empire now. Because obviously he's our leader. So that's cool. Let's hop over to He-Man. See what his maracas are looking like.
Destiny is
you can't
revealed
use
by
that.
the traits that emerge over the course of their life. These will be embodied as strengths and weaknesses that shape their actions.
I think that's probably better, isn't it? Getting same attack rate, much more armor piercing, and a bit more better damage. So let's equip that for you. He has his own specific armor. He doesn't have a follower, but we don't have any followers to give him. So that about sums up that. Nice. Okay, next turn. How long are we going to do these episodes for? You'd think I'd plan these out a bit better, wouldn't you? But ages on my review video, and yet this is just a whimsical as we go along sort of thing. We'll do this turn anyway. Still healing up, not really ready to move yet. Give a couple more turns, I think, before they're ready to actually go. Other than that, not a lot to say, is there really? Going to the next turn?
The war for China's spirit will require heroic generals to lead the charge.
Deepens relations He-Man and He-Yi. Cool. And I got bonus experience. Nice. Oh, his character's leveled up.
Time for prayer.
Skills. So what we're going to go for. So we currently have all these ones. Okay, the various buffs, which are nice. So we've basically got this whole range to pick from. Okay, defines. They seem to have a much better range of abilities as the Yellow Turbans. They seem to start off badly, but they have quite a good range of stuff. Public order, instinct and resolve. Plus 10 income from commerce, faction wide, is nice. A plus 10 armor though, own retinue. That's over all his units here. Pretty nice. We don't get to really know what their armor values are at the moment. Fanaticism. Plus 10 melee armor piercing damage, melee damage, replenishment rate. Okay, that's probably quite a good one. And peasantry faction. We'll go for that. And with that, it gives me another thought. I might recruit an extra couple of units.
Your
to
generals
his,
and their retinues
boundary,
gain experience
specifically
in
some of these
battle,
cavalry. Quite expensive to recruit, quite expensive to maintain.
You must balance
But
using their experience to fight the tougher battles,
you know,
while making
they are
sure
worth
you
it,
don't
really.
waste them.
I wish I could execute that woman. Okay, so we're going to have to give that a couple of turns for them still to grow up.
I would visit the temple
And then it's going to be Yangshu.
and meditate.
Over here, not really a lot in the way of development. I don't know if diplomatically we can try and force a peace with anyone.
Diplomacy provides you with more tools.
Is anyone going to be interested? No! Okay. No one's interested in peace. Next turn. 37 minutes. Okay.
I trust you will find this.
What? Goodness. They want to. Huang Shao requests food from us. You would give them food. We give them a military and 2 random military Gs. Not particularly amazing weapons. Okay. We'd form a coalition, and they would give us some money. Can I see who was it? The Huang Shao. I don't even know where you are. Where are you? Don't know, I've not actually discovered you yet. About the same power as me. We have enough food. Go on. I think we need some sort of improved diplomatic status, because we're pretty on our own at the moment. Okay. So Huang Shao over here. Okay, so they're bordering on the other side of Tatao. Okay. Oh, that's another one of the Yellow Turban people. Cool, that makes sense. So how are these guys looking? Well, these actually recovered really quite well. I think we're going to march out of the city. Probably stay within our own territory because we'll still get some level of growth then. All the other units are healed up by our cavalry, but they're going to get a fair bit of growth this turn anyway. And then next turn, Yangshu. Oh, that's probably going to be a different video.
No blizzard
Because I think at that we shall
Buildings
probably
can
end
run
it.
local as well as global.
Yeah. Okay, because we're up to our maximum. Oh, not maximum population there. We can still grow a little bit there. Cool. Well, I think that's going to end that video here. I think we're in a reasonable position. It's going to get a little bit sketchy as we sort of expand down here because we're going to have this kind of exposed section in the middle. But it all really depends if anyone like Yuan Shu goes to war with us or Huangshu tries to go for our capital, anything like that. I think once this one's upgraded, we'll probably go straight again. Depends if it gives us another building slot. But the risk is I might go straight again to that. To number 4, because that'll give us walls into the city. It'll make it a lot more resilient, and hopefully we'll be able to get an army back in time to defend it if it needs. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War content, and I shall see you guys all on the next video.